Hey guys, it's Tor. So it turns out that there's a bunch of guys that watch us while we're saving the world and adventuring and not doing things for ourselves and making a profit. It's kind of creepy because they sit around and talk about what we did and then they judge us. Listen to them for yourselves. Let us know what you think. And, hopefully you also find it creepy.
Alrighty. And someone usually says something.
Hello.
And that's how we started off.
I'm Mr. Starting off strong.
Hi-yo.
I guess welcome to Behind the Screen.
Starring Kyle.
An intelligence check podcast.
You want to put your microphone on there, Tiny?
No, I do what I want.
This whole introduction ruined.
Hey, at least it was Behind the Screen on an episode.
Yeah.
Start again.
We hope.
So we all almost died.
Hold on. Welcome to Behind the Screen. Da-da-da-da.
Yay! Live in front of everybody
Front
here.
of
A box of Scout cookies.
So we just did 2 quick rounds of meeting, going through the spoof headquarters, and then fighting on the boat, or to get to the boat.
Spoof was interesting. I was actually tempted to reveal, a lot more, but I was like, you know what? It would be too much of, an info dump, and it might be a little boring, but it would also wanted to see how it would unfold, too. Because, honestly, when I came up with the Evergreen character, I left it clearly open for Kyle to kind of fill in the gaps. Because I was like, you know what? I want a little mysterious thing. Kyle likes to use these parts of our backstories for this stuff. So...
Yeah, I appreciated that, and the hints that you gave fit so perfectly with the storyline. I was able to just tie it in there pretty easily, actually.
That was my least favorite part of the whole day. So.
I love that we have a turtle in the.
I was being
in the
nice.
story.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I love
Kyle really
turtles.
It was nice of Polino to pop back into.
Yeah.
That is my question, though.
He's a dreamboat.
Is the Evergreen actually a turtle, or does he change forms? I guess we haven't found that out yet. I don't know.
You'll never know.
Well, he would be green if he was always a turtle.
It's almost like I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
No, he's just a turtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ninja
Now
Turtle.
we know.
And knowing is
I
half
love
the
it.
battle.
I enjoyed stomping those children in that
Yeah.
competition.
Man,
Yeah,
you guys
that
are
was-
so
Yeah.
upset about
After
Well,
they
it's
stabbed
so
the children.
No, that was 2 different things. He enjoyed beating the group.
Yeah, beating the group of kids.
We found it very odd that this
This-
The
Boy Scout
yeah, the
troop
kids
or
bleeding out was...
Scouts
We were
is
just like, this
strange.
is fucked up,
even
man.
for us, we're like, damn.
Yeah, they just stabbed 2
In the
people.
next room, you
Although,
have to heal a
now it
sick
sounds
ward
like
of a
maybe
bunch
it was an
of
illusion.
orphans. Yeah.
Now, that was the only one that wasn't.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
I said maybe it was an illusion.
Yeah,
Did
no,
anybody notice if there was
Yeah, the
2
whole thing
children
was an
writhing
illusion.
in pain?
No, man, there was...
How
The
are you?
illusion lives.
The illusion
Everything
dropped.
else is gone, but there's just 2 kids still
Yeah.
dying in
Like,
the car.
oh, why did I come here?
That was the one real part.
How are we supposed to stop the kids from crying the real way?
So really, it was just a dice roll, but every level got harder. So by the time you got to there, you had to get an 18, and just
So it was
Just
what he
couldn't.
did was fine.
It would have been so fun if I got to use command and be like, stop whining.
Stop whining! Put the cookie down!
that would have I would have allowed that.
But I made crapples. I wasn't wanted to do it so bad. Oh well.
Hey, the Crapples won us that first competition. We got way ahead.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. So for fun fact for everybody else, I think they were 9 levels behind you or something, or 9 rounds behind you, because I had made up a chart of how fast that team progressed, and they got through the first couple things really fast because I didn't expect you guys to. So what I wanted was for them to shoot ahead of you,
Yeah.
and then you guys to catch up and pass them. But you guys shot ahead of them at the beginning, so you just kept falling further and further behind.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take that, kids.
Eat
Yeah.
it, rival.
Tell me that little bitch guy is going to be dead at some point. He sucks. I hate
Yes,
that guy.
please
Whoa,
tell me
there.
that. My
So
right.
one kid bleeding on the ground you have a problem with, but you want the other kid to be dead
Yeah,
in
but
the
he
gutter.
was like a
he was a
he
douche.
sounded like the douche from every 80s movie. Like that douchey kid.
We're
that
going to
everyone
take down
hates.
the rec center.
Yeah, I hate him.
I was
like,
having a hard time holding that accent too. Like I kept talking and slipping out of it. Like, that was hard to
we
maintain.
know.
By the way,
Kyle
nailed what I was. I mean, I wrote it in like the character, but like the voice perfectly fit what I had written for him.
Thank you.
I'm torn because he sounded like, I guess, the douchiness aside, but like, wasn't his quest to save the world from something else? And we're all like, screw you.
I don't know.
We're the only ones who save the world around here.
Yeah, but he
You're
was
doing
such a
it for
snide little
selfish
jerk
goals.
about
He can be a
it.
snide little, but he's
I
still
hated him
saving
so
the
much. I
world.
wanted to punch
But
Kyle in the
world.
face because I hated him so much.
Dang,
Sorry,
girl.
Kyle. I'm gonna punch you. That's what you get for being a really good character actor.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I have to say, Thistle, I didn't have really anything prepared, and I have no idea where that like showboating.
So
note
that
came
worked.
out.
That was awesome.
That was not planned
Yeah, it
at
was
all. That
fun.
was all just like
that actually kind of worked out.
Yeah.
It was good.
I was just all of a sudden just like, all right, this is who this character is.
Which makes sense.
Funny, by the way, a little inside baseball. I called him BP Thistlewick, Baden Powell, creator of the Boy Scouts. In the real world.
Gotcha. Nice little touch. Nice little touch.
I'm just assuming that I'm now a Boy Scout because they have their book. So that's how that works.
That's how that works.
Exactly.
If I learned anything about Boy Scouts, and you have their guidebook.
Since I have Name,
It's true.
I'm a Boy Scout by
Also
proxy.
true. But yeah, I think that went fairly well. You guys finally learned all there is basically to learn about the first. So after this long journey, you guys finally know exactly what it is you're going against.
Oh, I got 100%. I could write an essay on it.
Without from memory.
I can't believe Train Twerker was a little jerk trying to kill
I
us.
just
Oh, that's
hear,
the horse guy.
I just
yeah.
hear twerking every time.
I had
Burn-
so much
burn
fun
down his
with
wagon.
doing that to you guys with Alkir.
Yeah.
And then Train Twerker coming up, and like as I was writing it, I was like, "Oh, I just did it with Alkir. They're going to
Yeah.
totally like."
No. We're just like, hi, are you okay?
Yeah, we trust
This time, we're not going to
We trust
fall.
all the wrong people.
Yeah, every time.
Well, it's kind of weird. that
Cletus,
he gave
we believe
me-
you.
It's kind of weird that he gave me that magic item, unless it's like rigged to fail.
Oh, which one?
I think I got the statue. I think I asked him for help to get to find out Kira, whatever the heck we were supposed to do, and I'm pretty sure I got the statue from him.
So,
Did I?
I thought you got the invisible P from him.
That's mine.
Did we?
No, that was from
the
something.
reason he helped you
Yeah.
was because he also wanted. So, unfortunately, not all the storyline always comes out because it depends what happens, all
Yeah.
this stuff. But he tried to recruit the frog people to join the war, and they
Oh,
refused.
so he just was
So
like,
he wanted you two to wipe each other out.
got it.
All of us.
And he also knows that they could cure that stuff. So
Yeah.
he was
Swear
really
to
trying.
God, 5 or 6 more betrayals, and I'm done with this.
And I might catch on.
I won't.
Still gonna be like, hi, stranger.
Hi, I love you.
Are you my friend?
You're my friend. The less trustworthy they are, the more we trust them.
Because they seem genuine.
Yeah. Well, I guess that again, like the Lilith enslaved 2 of our races, and he was the only character where we were like, this guy's cool.
I don't know.
Like-
Thor did throw a hammer
No,
initially.
not Tor necessarily at first.
That's right. Thor was
but-
perfect.
And
Yeah.
Thor threw a hammer
No,
at
no,
everything,
no.
so that's not really a judgment.
That's
It
also
is
true.
a judgment.
Hi!
Yeah.
He threw it at a desk. I mean,
Yeah, you distinctly said at one point that's just how he says hi when you threw one at your daughter.
and that's
Oh my god, that's so fucked up.
She caught it. She knew.
She caught it with her face.
They'd say how.
Oh man,
Fair,
And,
she's kind of a vampire-esque thing, so.
It's true.
I like how we totally destroyed the trial portion of our recording
And the
today,
children.
and then totally fucked up the fighting portion.
I mean,
it was more of-
the plan worked great.
Oh, the plan was fine, but
They
we
just-
got our asses handed to
we
us.
were expecting
I mean, to be
regular
fair,
soldiers, and
I appreciate
fair,
the
it was-
first fudgel acceptance of the failure of the terrain roll.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest.
Oh no. That was he failed that first roll. He just
Oh, okay,
failed is
okay.
what happened. So I try to add a little flavor where it's not like
it's
every
appreciative.
failure is something. It was just that he just failed.
Gotcha.
Actually, I think
Do
the
that,
combat
but-
went fine. It's just us killing them, and then their death throes stuff that really fucked us
Really,
up.
when I say we fucked up, I mean me, because I thought the one was in the air, and I was
Me
like, I'll
fucked
take a little damage. But
No,
that's
it's
it.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Let's be fair. They fucked us up. Well, they fucked you guys up. Nama didn't get a scratch.
Yeah.
Well before that thing blew up.
oh yeah, no, I was already
No.
down.
If it
very
makes
far.
you feel any better, there's actually a slight delay with the gold, so that if something like that happens, he does hit the ground before he explodes. So even if you killed him in the air, the same result would have happened.
Oh.
That was the
I
first
thought they
time in at least a long time that my player knowledge actually was greater than my character.
No, I think he's yelling at you.
As soon as the first one exploded, I was like, Oh, wait.
Well,
I don't know.
It only strikes a chord because when we first started playing D&D, we had a friend who would always pick a draconian, but he picked the one species that didn't have, or that had wings.
Yeah,
not
so
all
he
of them
could
did.
fly.
And then the character would always fall to its death, even after Kyle, as the DM, would give him 3 to 4 chances to try to remember, and then it stuck in my head. He fell to his death through a pit, and then the line was, and as your body hits the ground and dies, your wings flap over your face.
Which I think was hilarious, too, because that was the time before, as he was falling, he's like, I try to use my claws to dig into the walls of the... You remember you have claws!
Oh my god.
His character piece even had wings on it.
Oh my god.
Just didn't register.
And literally, he died from falling 3 or 4 times.
Jesus.
Throughout, like, he always forgot he could fly.
Died
Which
or
was the
unconscious?
reason he picked the character.
Do the metallic draconians, are they the ones that are winged? I don't know.
Winged.
So draconians are actually from Dragonlance. So as I said before, I called the world Faerun because Faerun and Kryn are the 2 worlds. So yes, they are all metallic.
Oh, they're all metallic.
Yes.
Oh, okay. They just are. Okay.
Now, if I remember...
So what happens in Faerun, or I'm sorry, in Kryn, is that they took good dragon eggs and turned them evil, and that's what made draconians pop out. The Faerun version's a little bit different, but we will find that out as we go on.
Okay.
I'm just glad I hit the right people with the arrows this time. I'm pretty on point this time.
But the
They
question
weren't
is,
poisoned, so
Yeah.
I think you can thank your training for that.
Squad.
yeah, the squad points really panned
Oh,
out.
which was a good idea. Thank you for that.
that was awesome.
So was that just like a one-time thing, or you just for like this little stint?
It was just fun.
Yeah, I really liked that.
Is it still happening? Like technically,
If you didn't use yours yet, you still have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to check.
Yeah, Ben came up with that idea. He mentioned it like seconds before we went to record, and I liked it so much that I was like, I want to give something for that, and I actually didn't even know what I was doing until we started recording, and then all of a sudden I was like, I got it, and
No, that was
threw
awesome.
it out there. I was actually worried it was going to be overpowered, but I really liked the way you guys pulled it together. That went really well.
And it was a nice heroic moment use just to really go with the full fake out. That's the term. There's a better word for it.
You know, I forget about heroic moments, so I was like, oh, I'll just use it. It seems like it'll be worthwhile to get this go the way we want it to go.
I think it's great. I always like them more than just like, gives you a natural 20 in combat. Like, it's more interesting, I think.
Yeah, I like the idea of traveling with them and being a part of that little group, so I thought that was worthwhile. Like,
So is the half-elf chit chat chatterbox your alter ego for him? Is that...
it could be.
Chat.
That's a good name.
Oh,
My name's Chet.
I did have a name in mind for him. I forgot to mention Rick Stone.
Okay.
That would have been a good.
I like it.
So it still has the stone
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
theme, even if it's not the color.
So
like
yeah,
what you're
we
saying.
might see
Sounds like a detective.
Lieutenant Stone.
See, I would have really liked Rick Roll,
Lieutenant
because it goes with the rock and roll.
That's true,
and
yeah.
You got it
Like
over.
it.
But then they might know. Hey, wait, something's up here.
I mean, unless they have YouTube there.
That's true. Yeah.
Am I missing something?
Never gonna give you
I'll
one.
send you a link later.
Yeah,
Okay.
about Rick Roll and his
Okay.
history.
Rick rolls are delicious.
Oh,
What?
Yeah. No, it was fun, and it was cool that we got some more backstory stuff out too, which is always fun. So.
And definitely Blag scared me when he's like, I want to go to the inn. I was like, no! There's no part of this that's going to go well.
Yeah.
That worked out better. I like that better because I do picture Name with the leash on.
When it comes to your sister, there's no stop. I just couldn't let
Oh
you
yeah,
even
no,
see her.
that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Because
Like-
could have got real fast.
You would kill them if they tried to make her eat peas, and she said no, and they still made her eat them.
Yeah. No, I like and the chair thing worked out really well. That was
Butt sniffing, tracking check.
I
Tracking
smelled
check.
their
Smelled
Taco
the
Bell.
dragoniness of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny because I don't know why I never foresaw a scenario where you guys might reveal what these things are until the battle started, and then all these things I was like, yep, that'll reveal part. Yep, that'll reveal part. And it was kind of fun for me to like slowly unveil
That
what
was
they
fun
are
with all
rather
the
than-
traps. I
yeah,
liked that. That was nice. Because then it gave us an idea of what they're all about.
Right.
Oh,
At
Shep's
first
gone
I
on a
thought
rank,
they were
up a
dead.
rank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shep's ranked up. Now, I don't know if this is ever actually going to come out during the show, but the actual ranks, I did sit down and think of 10 ranks from like lowest to highest.
I think you did say it in your first episode.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm at the
You
midpoint
did.
now. I've got 5 more ranks above me to go.
Nice.
Nice to have a goal.
I'm now a gallant mountain goat.
GMG.
GMG.
The way to be.
As we like to say,
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, you know me.
So to go back, were they just wearing all the wraps to hide their true nature?
Yeah,
or
so
was there...
in the original thing that they're from, the Dragonlance novels, which I believe is their first appearance in anything ever. I could be wrong, but I believe so, that's true. That is how they're unveiled the very first time, is that they are wearing these wraps underneath of cloaks. So I thought, you know what? Let's go.
I remember in the crappy animated movie, they were CGI, but they were in...
Yes.
So the CGI revealed them as villains, but they were in cloaks and stuff like that.
I think in the CGI one, because it bothered me, they just had cloaks. So it's
Yeah,
like,
wasn't
that's
any
not
wrapping.
good hiding. Like, there's
what
tails
the
and
heck?
wings hanging out. I'm like,
More like how the Ninja Turtles did it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was not aware of this animated.
Dragonlance?
It's for the best.
Yeah.
It is one of
You're
the
a
worst
much
things ever
happier
made.
person.
Okay, thank you. I
Yeah.
will live happily in ignorance.
Sorry for whoever made that. I love Dragonlance, but that was
That was
not
books.
The books are
Top
fantastic.
tier.
yeah.
Anyway, so... Anyway, sorry.
All right, sorry, sir.
Your subject
Well, actually,
sucks.
it's going back to
Don't talk
that.
about
Reading,
reading on our
horrible.
D&D podcast.
You like to
No, now
No.
we're all
Trail
we're
off.
wrapped.
No, I was just letting you all yell at me for 5 more minutes. I'm just going to go.
We gotta
So
fill the
4.5
time.
minutes.
Yeah.
So, Blag, can we talk about the sigil that you saw now that it's not? I mean, or should we save that for
Well,
We'll
later?
say that for on
yeah,
air.
'cause we
There's-
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't want to unveil anything
Okay.
here. I mean, I don't think it's a
No.
super big deal. I actually no, it was all revealed on there. So yeah, we can. It was just the sigil of the town, and that is what he mentioned earlier. He's from North Guilderland.
Yeah, but that was from the South
That was
Guild
from
and had
South.
their own sigil. Because like that as a human looking at another human at a table, it even gave him pause here, and I wanted to ask him, but it wasn't
yeah.
the
I mean,
moment.
I'm sure if we survive the boat, it can come up again.
Oh, we're on another
But
boat.
I know.
Yeah, but our odds aren't looking too great
Not
as we've
so
been doing.
great. But
Don't worry, I'm
no,
sure everything will
basically,
just get easier.
there was a war between the North and the South Guilderlands, and that's why I was turned into a barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
to fight
I remember.
the Southern Guilderlands, and they were actually defeating us until the children of the North Guilderlands were turned into barbarian warriors and things like that. And I can get into the whole more backstory of it if it comes up on air.
Yeah.
But that's the big, because that's more or less just a reiteration of my backstory from way back
Okay.
in the beginning.
And it's this war between the North and the South is why Blag is the way he is.
Yes.
I know it's a lot of work, but I would be really curious to know if I were to look at his sister, how old I would guess she was. Because I heard a range from like 4 to like 20,
Yeah,
and I'm
so-
just like,
I don't think we defined that very well.
Yeah, I have to go back and listen to the episode. Unfortunately, we recorded that like 4 years
yeah,
ago.
yeah, I just
but
forget,
it's
too.
the final episode on the Dinosaur Isle. I explained there is an age difference between what she was and what.
No, there isn't.
Oh, oh, sir.
Throw down.
Battle line.
I've listened to it like 600 or 700
Are you sure?
times. Yes. As a matter of fact, when we take the amulet off of her, she turns back into her regular.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
She turns back into her regular
You're right.
age.
All right. You're right.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
you
what
tell
is
him
she?
about his
Well,
game.
what is she
I
with
was-
the?
Well, I'm
Like
still
every
right.
day.
There was an age difference. I wasn't wrong.
Well, what is she with the amulet on then?
That was something he came up with. She was basically a shifter, I guess.
Yeah,
yeah.
she-
And it made her look, I guess, more adult but
Okay.
shiftery. But once we took it off, she just became her regular human child self.
Got it.
Yeah.
Aw, she's a little peanut,
Little girl.
Yeah.
baby,
She is.
little baby.
Yeah.
Okay. I just figured I'd want to have that kind of squared away before we meet her again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a baby.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put her. I'm 10. I don't exactly remember what I wrote in my backstory, but I'm gonna put her at around 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know,
So, that, just as since it's behind the screen thing, how did you think we were going to handle her rescue? What was your anticipation?
I expected either. Well, I expected one of 3 things, and you did none of them.
As usual.
there you go.
That's why I like to ask.
I
That's
expected kidnap at the inn while everybody was sleeping.
Yep.
There was going to be guard switches and stuff, but there, you could have tried.
Oh, it could have
Too
been a
many
nice
innocent
mission.
bystanders. We talked about it.
I kind of expected do something with the bridge, so that while they're on the bridge, take the bridge down and try to grab her and dash if you were going to do a run dash. And the reason the forest is there is there's so many of you that have nature manipulations. I thought, and
Rambo
this,
is.
yeah. So that was my number one bet was forest.
Yeah.
And I thought if you decide to go combat, you do it in the forest because between all of you and your various manipulations, you could literally turn the forest against them. And that's one of the reasons these draconians were as powerful as they were. Was I was expecting like a ton of stuff to happen in there.
We did kind of dabble
or
a bit.
you guys should just grab and run.
Yeah.
I didn't really see the stand the line at the dock coming, but I really do see what coming. What you guys did.
Yeah. The forest fight made sense, but I think the fear was they could get reinforcements from their other boat.
And
we
you're
wanted to be
100%
where
right.
we could escape
Yeah.
quickly, which ended up being useful because they were
needed to.
badasses.
Yeah, and taking them to the only friendly area on the entire map was.
Yeah. Would have been
I
nice
will
if
say-
some of those soldiers would have came off and helped, but they probably would have
But
had
getting
much
his
resistance.
sister away immediately was
That was
huge.
a big
That was
deal. Yeah.
Blag's main goal.
And
Yep.
I kind of revealed there at the end what was on your ship weren't soldiers. Those are old. They're smugglers. They were
Yeah,
people who
right.
were just hired out to do this job.
Which we did.
So
We thought it was
And
gonna
at
be
least if the ship sinks, it's only a river, not an entire ocean this time.
Depends on where it
gets
sinks.
to the-
No!
And I got to see my old ship captain again. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
I like the name.
Yep, that was a
As soon as I
callback.
heard that, I was like, wait a second. Did they just say Sandy Daggers?
Yeah.
Call back to real life.
We used to.
I used to keep track of, when I worked at a retail store, my favorite customer names, and Sandy Dagger was one of my
Is that
customers.
was that a real person?
That's
Yeah,
a real person.
Sandy Dagger.
Does exist somewhere in the world.
Yeah,
Maybe she listens to this podcast.
if she does, I remember you, Sandy.
Say hello, we'll
You're-
send you a
you're
sticker.
A lovely
Yeah.
customer, and you have an awesome name.
Yeah,
You have an awesome name.
duper.
Oh.
All right, well, thank you again for joining us for another episode of Behind the Screen.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Ba-da-ba-ba.